Hey guys, how you doing? I'm doing okay. Today's the day I go upstairs. But before I do, I have a little time. And I wanted to talk about further about that attempted double murder of two Americans by another American. And I saw the video. And he walks up, or she walks up calmly to the patrol car, does their damage, and then starts to run from the scene. Now, my feeling is that person does not have connecting brain cells, and I'll tell you why. If that person felt it was right and just and nothing wrong with what they were doing, why run from the scene? You run from the scene because, like indicated in the Garden of Eden, what are you now that you did wrong? Because the man hid from God in the Garden of Eden when he did wrong and knew he did wrong. So what did that person do? That person wanted to run and hide. So that person knew he did wrong. And if you know what you did was wrong, if you knew what you did was wrong, why do it? That is my big question. Because if you feel that what you're doing is wrong and you do it anyway, you are psychologically disturbed. You are no connecting brain cells, no grasp of reality. Well, you certainly do have a grasp of reality because you're running to hide. Just like the man in the Garden of Eden wanted to hide when he realized he did wrong. So this person attempts to murder two other people and then runs to hide. So it is consistent with the Garden of Eden story. He knew he did wrong and all he wanted to do was hide. But if you know you're doing wrong, why do it? And if you know you're doing wrong and you do it anyway, you do not have connecting brain cells. Because only a person with connecting brain cells would know that if he knew what he was about to do was wrong, he would not do it. That is common sense. So this person has no common sense at all. Okay, that's number one. Number two, there's a phrase that has been lost over the years that I remember growing up hearing. Armed and extremely dangerous. Approach with caution. And this is what the police often would tell the public and other officers. This person is armed and extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution. So, that person, we could say, He's armed and extremely dangerous. Approach with caution. Now, just like that U-boat commander in that attack on the Lusitania, who was stripped of rank when news spread about Germany being a nation of barbarians and, cold-blooded murderers, that he was demoted rank and Germany was written off the list of civilized nations. So should he. So should he or she. So should the shooter have the same stigma attached to them, saying armed and extremely dangerous, approach with caution. Now, how would you like to live knowing there's a mark on your head, mark on you, that you are declared armed and extremely dangerous, proceed with caution? How would you feel knowing that they labeled you armed and extremely dangerous, proceed with caution? I don't think that person would feel pretty good about what they did. But that's been lost over the years. We need to bring that back. Just like what Trump said, which it used to be that any murder of an officer, any murder of law enforcement brings the death penalty. And he said, we gotta bring that back. And I heartily agree with him. That was the deterrent. That if you murder an officer of the law, if you murder a policeman or policewoman, you automatically get the death penalty. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. You're going on death row. Now, here's something else that I want to suggest. Same thing with the looting. Same thing with the looting and everything else. See how some of them stayed around because they felt, hey, what we're doing is right, so screw you. Other people, especially the looters, they run in, they grab the merchandise and run out and get the hell out of Dodge. Gee, maybe you think what you're doing is wrong and that's why you're trying to get out of there. Or are you on a schedule that you try to loot as many stores in the hour to fill your quota of crimes per hour? But to me, they should all get solitary confinement. Every one of those people, these crazy people, these absolutely people with no moral compass at all, should get solitary confinement. They should all, because the only way we can stop it is to deter use a deterrent of having consequences that once known and once spread, then it would stop. So that is my thought on it. And thank you for watching. Thank you for listening again. I'll see you guys later. Take care. All right. Bye.